And now, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda commences tonight's satsang with a Sanskrit peace chant.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We begin with mystic song by Sri Swami Lalitananda, played and sung by Sri Swami Umananda and Rajneesh.
Our song tonight is based on Psalm 95 from the Bible. It's called Come, Come, Let Us Sing. Come, come, let us sing to the Lord with song of praise, for the Lord is a great God. In His hand lay the depths of the earth, the mountain peaks are His. His is the sea, for He made it, the dry land His hands tore, and He blew upon it. Come, come, let us worship Him and bow down. The Lord made us, He is our God. We are the people, we are His flock, drinking from the stream of life. Come, come, let us sing to the Lord. Obey, obey His voice this day. Let us sing to the Lord. We are recording from the ashram of our revered Guru, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda in Miami, Florida. Today is December the 27th, 2020, Sunday evening, and tonight Swamiji will be lecturing on the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is series 2018, class number 103. And now, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda.
Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om. Adorations to Lord Krishna, the giver of supreme bliss, the embodiment of pure consciousness, destroyer of the forces of darkness, and bestower of bliss. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 10, known as the Vibhuti Yoga, the Yoga of Divine Glories. This is a profound topic, and it's a royal road to enlightenment. And what the topic is, the entire world is created by God, it's permeated by God, and God is the only reality. That God is truth. Satyameva jayate. Truth alone triumphs. And that truth is every individual, every soul is Brahman. All souls are like reflected suns in different reservoirs of water. But no matter how distant from the sun, each reflected sun is the sun. That's the goal behind all scriptural teachings. But now Vibhuti term is how to introduce this point, all is Brahman, into your personality. How to awaken your soul. Sometimes, using a very simple illustration, your mother, you want to wake up your child. How do you wake the child up? Sometimes pinching at the toes, sometimes patting at the head, sometimes tickling somewhere. So these actions are Vibhuti Yoga, anything that can touch you and activate your will, your reason, your action, your emotion in a way that you follow a progressive movement to enlightenment. Anything that touches you. And all world experience should come in that range of touching you. If you are highly sensitive, your ideal is Ya Ram Mai Sab Jag Jani. The entire world is filled with Sita and Rama. That's an allegorical language. Entire world is filled with God. So there isn't a spot which is distressing to your mind. But every spot, no matter how positive it is viewed by relative mind, or negative, no matter how negative, no matter how positive, everything in your dream is your own self. Likewise, everything in this creation is Brahman manifesting in so many forms. But that high ideal, you cannot get it just in few steps. Live your life moving towards that ideal. So in the beginning, let certain highlighted things of this world inspire your mind. And sages, with their magnanimous heart, have created a spiritual art, the art of providing a big field of swadhyaya, study. The entire world gives you opportunity for a study. But again, coming back into earlier stage, your study is inspired by how the sages have presented Vedas and Puranas and countless stories. So, turn your attention to those and be inspired by how God's glory is brought through so many stories and so many points So keeping that in view, chapter 10, verse number 32. Sarganamadimantascha madhyam chaivaham Arjuna adhyatma vidya vidyanam vadaha pravadatamam. O Arjuna, I am the beginning, middle, and end of all creation. You can view the entire creation in one glance, and this is the description of creation. It has a beginning, it has a middle, and it ends. And the cycle goes on, but even the cycle has its beginning, middle, and end. And another way, anything that is in this creation, anything is that has been created by God, has a beginning, middle, and end. All your dreams have their beginning, middle, and end. But the entire three ranges are illusory modification of your own self. Time doesn't exist in the self. But when you're through conditioned mind, when you permit thoughts relating to time, your mind goes far, starts thinking in the terms of thousands of years before, and go into millions of years. And so many data are brought into your mind if you are studying astrology, astronomy, and study many types of sources of knowledge. All things have beginning, middle, and end. In the most entertaining drama, it has a beginning, it is a middle, it's entrancing, it ends. But behind all this, God's glory is brought in every stage, in the beginning stage, middle stage, and end stage. I am the knowledge of the self among all forms of knowledge and logic of the debaters. Knowledge of the self. Vidyanam aham adhyatma vidya. Adhyatma vidya and paravidya are synonymous terms. Paravidya is supreme knowledge. According to the Mundakopanishad, there are two types of vidya, knowledge. Supreme knowledge, paravidya, knowing which all is known. Knowing Brahman, you become Brahman. That's paravidya. Aparavidya, that which nourishes your intellect and makes it shine, but in different degrees, not absolute. Intellectual knowledge becomes a basis for your purushartha if you utilize your intellectual knowledge. If you don't, it remains dry knowledge, dry intellectualism. But even in that realm of dry intellectualism, your soul evolves through the world of karma. Just to name some points in Aparavidya. Vidya relating to itihas, history. Vidya relating to geography, mathematics, geometry, science, music, artistic knowledge of art, not just knowledge of kitchen, how to cook things, Pak Shastra, knowledge of dance, and all types of knowledge that are such an important entertainment for souls all over the world. The animals also pursue, but they are led by instinct. Human beings pursue because they are a little more better than just being instinctive. Reason operates in them. And thereby they are awakening their intrinsic urge of who am I? Pravadatam aham vada. I am logic of the debaters. Debating is it. It's called tark. And it is of three types: Vada, Jalpa and Vitanda. Vada is a right type of logic, healthy logic that ascertains the nature of truth. See, Vada is therefore most important when you study scriptures, to allow your logic to understand the difference between not self, self, difference between the word viveka, vairagya, and different things that are spoken of. Each has certain difference. And all those subtle differences you begin to know by Vada, proper logic. But Jalpa is reasoning to establish one's own egoistic view. And Vitanda is called wrangling. Neither your view nor somebody else's view. Just create agitation. Create a big noise. A parable is well known to people that say a tiger comes to drink and sees a beautiful deer. Also by the bank of that same river. And then immediately the tiger's mind turns towards having a wonderful dinner, beautiful dinner with the deer, the food for the tiger. So the tiger says, you are spoiling this water by drinking. The deer says, Your Highness, water is coming from you to me. He says, you stupid. Your father was criticizing me talking against me. You spoil the ears of birds and beasts. And the dear says, I don't know anything about my father or anybody has not said anything about you. They are all afraid of you. He says, shut up. And he jumps towards her, towards the deer. So all that I'm describing, that's called vitanda, wrangling. Jalpan without vitanda. So in all this type of logic, the proper logic that reveals the truth, ascertains the truth, that's vibhuti. So what does it imply? When you talk with people and you give them very rational dialogue and they don't understand you. But among them, there come some people who become very inspired by you. Be touched by that inspiring moment. That vada is the glory of God. So every little point in the world should be a ticklish point. It should tickle your spiritual sensitivity. That's the whole purpose behind Vibhuti Yoga. Aksharanam akarosmi dvandvah samasikasya cha ahamevakshaya kalo dhataham vishvato mukha. Among letters, I am letter A. Among compounds, I am dvandva. Among the changing days, months and years, I am the imperishable time. Among the givers of fruits of karmas, I am the omnipotent divinity with faces in every direction. Now let's follow the details. Letter A in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, the A is not A, it's A. Any word that begins, you say, let me give you the illustrations. Physical body is called stool. It's a gross expression of matter. But you put A before it, it becomes A stool. Your ears are called Shrotra. Put A before it, Ashrotra, means you have no ear. God is described Ashrotra, Asthula, Ananya, and so forth. A is pointing to neti, not this, not this. Even neti has a bigger letters involved, but A is a simple letter, negating all. So, what a miracle it is in literature. All things that you think of, put A before it. Even this will pass away. And thereby what remains is Brahman. So Aksharanam akarosmi dvandvah samasikasya cha. some insight in Sanskrit grammar. Samas term means compound. Two words come together. And they come together in four ways. First one is called Abhyayi Bhav. The example is Ramachandra. It's called Dvandva Samas. Here, Ramachandra is not called Dvandva, it is Abhyayi Bhav. Abhyayi Bhav means Rama is highlighted by the word Chandra, Ramachandra. So Rama is the truth. Chandra is highlighting Rama. So the subject matter becomes much more highlighted by creating compound of two words. And the example, Ramachandra. Next type of compound is called Tat Purush. Tat Purush means, the example is Rajaputra. Rajaputra, Raj is king. Putra, the son of the king. So you are not still describing the person. You are simply pointing out to the person. He is a Rajaputra. But what is his name? It's nothing. So neither the Raj nor the Putra are highlighted as a reality. That neither Raj nor Putra, beyond the two, is your goal. Third type of samas called Bahu Brihi. The illustration is Kamal Nayan. Eyes are being described, but they're described with a beautiful simile, Kamal, lotus. So that which highlights the object of your view, central object is your project, to understand what is it. And it is presented to you in a poetic way. Kamal Nayan, Sunayana, and so forth. Then that's called Bahu Brihi. In Dvandva, both words are of equal status. Mata, Pita, mother, father, they come together in Sanskrit in one compound word. Then that's called Dvandva. So amongst compounds, Dvandva tickles your brain in a little better way. Among changing days, months and years, I am the imperishable time. And now turn your attention to how all things are constantly changing. And it gives you a source of inspiration. Let me remind you the story, an episode in Buddha's life. a lady whose young one was afflicted with some disease and the baby died. Taking the baby in her arms, she goes to Buddha, that you are enlightened, all-powerful, please revive me. And Buddha says, it's very simple. Just find me some mustard grains. He said, how can I find it? Go anywhere and ask for mustard grains. Became so pleased. Such a simple solution. But Buddha added the word but. Get the mustard grains for a house where nobody has died. Now you can figure out there is no such house where nobody has ever died. There is no person who has not been related to near and dear ones and has not experienced or heard about the death. So, death has occurred in every family, in every house. And death is the reality behind all things. All things must die from that point of view. So, that death word will be used again in the next verse. But here it is time, not just the deaths, vital deaths. All things pass away. That statement is based upon vibhuti. Such is the power of time, such is the glorious attribute of time, that no matter how things are so inspiring and delightful, they will pass away. So your delight has to come from your very heart, not based on external objects. And if you are in the advanced stage, external objects are not external. They are touching the deep core of reality. Brahman is the reality behind all. And you are essentially Brahman. Dhata ham vishwato mukha. Among the givers of fruits of karmas, I am the omnipotent divinity with faces in every direction. Where is God? God is everywhere. How do you know it? Think of turn your attention to the law of karma. Led by karma, you encounter situations and circumstances. You have a karma to be hit by a coconut on your shoulder. God inspires prakriti. Led by that, you suddenly decide to walk towards the coconut trees. Led by karma, suddenly a bird sits upon that coconut and crows. Surprise of surprise, it suddenly falls, misses your head. or slightly brushes. All subtle details are brought out by your karma. If your karma was negative, then you will not be just brushed by it. You will be rushed to hospital. Who created all that? He developed curiosity. And his faces are in every direction. God's, even a single leaf can flutter without God behind it. You have the law of karma operating behind it. Every moment of your experience is according to your karma. And this whole karma vidhan, the scheme of karma, is sustained by God, who is omnipotent and omniscient, all powerful. Nothing is impossible for God. And his faces are in every direction. Mrityuh sarvarashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirtih shirvakcha narinam smritirmedha dhiti kshama. Among destroyers, sarvaharashchanam, the term hara is not ordinary destruction, it is robbery, snatching away in a very terrible way. You are robbed of your life by death. Among all the robbers, death is the leader of all robbers, all devouring death. So think of the power the death has. And behind that, the glory of God. How people, personalities who have been so crooked and negative, and the world doesn't know how to deal with the person. And there comes a virus. In a very short time, you resolve the problem. And everyone's existence in this world, relative world, is subject to death. To think of the marvel of the power of death. And it brings about the opportunity for your soul to change the body, like clothes are one set of clothes removed, after take bath, you take another set. Vasan sirnan yatha vihaya. All that becomes possible. Death opens the door to so many spiritual insights. It shouldn't be viewed as something drastic, negative, dreadful. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. All things that have been created have their source. And that source is God. That's the implication of it. All, literally, it is also translated that among all future developments, I am Udbhava. All developments that are taking place, there is a source behind it that has enabled you to have all your progress, prosperity, etc. The entire world has its source. The source is upward, roots above and branches below. All that you have gained, there is a root. Go after the root. What has made you succeed? Who is behind it? And that's the glory, vibhuti of God. Anything that is happening, look for its root. That root is pointing to God. Among the feminine manifestations, I am the goddess presiding over Kirti, Shri, Vak, Smriti, Medha, Dhriti, Kshama. These are all very artistic writings. There are 7 characteristics of dharma. And these characteristics are brought into literature in feminine gender. Some qualities are described in masculine gender, some in feminine gender. Same wisdom, if you point to Vedas, the Veda term is masculine. But if you point to Shruti is feminine. So from that ticklish point of view, it is neither feminine and masculine in a literal sense. It is just a literary art. And that art has built up an artistic plan of upasana. For example, when you think of Shri, now the Shri is pointing to Prakriti Devi, who confers prosperity, Lakshmi Devi. When you think of Vak, speech, the goddess of speech is Saraswati Devi. So I will not go into that extension, but just go after these attributes. 7 attributes of dharma, all written in feminine gender. Kirti, popularity. Why popularity is a glory of God? Because it inspires your goodness. If you did something good and people praise you, you are encouraged to do the same thing more and more. If you want to just go viral without the quality within yourself, then you have to follow the example of a virus. You become a viral problem. Shri, virtuous qualities you develop. This is the real wealth. So if you are pursuing the path of dharma, all these are important factors to enable you to pursue dharma with increasing inspiration, and thereby to attain victory in the form of enlightenment. So these points, kirti, to do things in such a way that there is an atmosphere that goes on inspiring you. Create that atmosphere. Don't create a negativity. Each time someone sees and you are triggered to remember a bitter experience, how this person said to you, "Are son of a down, ullu ka bachcha." So, do things that create positive atmosphere around you. And it's glory of God that gives you that type of miracle. A flower blossoms and its blossoms creates the kirti of fame, of fragrance. Fragrance is like the popularity of the flower, and it happens automatically. If you are becoming positive, many are going to be touched by your positivity. So that study is giving you the highlight of vibhuti of God. Anyone who will be popular, popularity is due to vibhuti of God. And that's another matter, whether you take advantage of your popularity or you become inflated with your ego. But that again, you must learn lessons of what is real kirti and how great it is, and how greater is the dimension of kirti. How much famous can you be? Can be as famous as Brahman. Is the limit of your kirti. Aham Brahmas. Similarly, Shri. The Shri, any type of prosperity is the blessings of Lakshmi. But real prosperity that is more profound is in the form of your Daivi Sampat, divine virtues, humility, absence of vanity, compassion, generosity, charity, control of mind and senses, all that which we'll study in the Gita later. So when you see virtuous qualities in people, then you are recognizing the presence of Lakshmi. Lakshmi's grace is showering over a person. Vak, the importance of speech. Who has created such marvel in one's words that come from the tongue? Tongue doesn't have that power. Mouth, it looks like a demoniac set with 32 sharp demons. And the tongue adapts itself, pleases all the teeth. In turn, it is pleased by the teeth. So that's one angle of this. But what I am highlighting more is the words that come out of you and the role played by words. All the books and literature, they are the role of words. What is that power literature has brought to human beings? unimaginable. And behind that, the glory of God. Smriti, the role of divine glory in your ability to recollect how, if you are practicing your sadhana, your mind switches its attention to positive experiences of your past in this life, past in lives before you, prior lives. All that memory begins to enter your mind to inspire you. And all the source of human trouble is lack of recollection regarding who am I. Your I am has been forgotten. All things you remember, but the real I am slips your mind. When you start thinking of how many things you like, you remember so many things. But one thing that you like most is your own self. And you forget about it. Spiritual movement allows your memory to operate in such a way that the mystical powers become available. Firstly, it changes your recollection. Positive mind draws positive inspirations from your life. Negative mind holds on to your negative experiences. So that's the role of smriti. Medha. Medha is operation of sharp intellect that provides nourishment for your personality. But nourishment can be rajasic, tamasic, sattvic. If it is sattvic nourishment, your medha shakti is increasing. Your intellect is becoming really nourished and sharp when it is allowing your whole personality to be enriched and integrated. If not, then your medha shakti is lacking. So, think of the power of medha shakti. Dhriti. Dhriti is endurance, sustained patience. Even in challenging situations, you continue to be patient. Wait and watch. The ability to wait and to behold the miracle of grace. Kshama, the glorious power of forgiveness. Instead of holding on to a negative view of others and a sense of animosity, see how your mind changes an angle and understands that the person who has been scolding you was suffering from a particular type of trouble, a mental trouble. So your heart goes with compassion, not with animosity. Even while appearing as being scolded, your heart that has become spiritually sensitive constantly holds on to the virtue of kshama, no matter how you are being insulted, deep down, you do not send the person to hell, but send him to heaven for better treatment. So that type of change in your mind is glory of God. There are many more glories to come, and we will continue. Om Ram 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 Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Prayer for shower of Karunamaya Ras, grace of God over all, with the blessings of Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukuva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyama Amritat. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.
Are there any questions? Okay, we'll be concluding. Remember, in this holiday season, there'll be slight difference in the schedule this week. On Friday night, instead of having the normal Ramayana lecture, Swamiji's New Year's message will be given. That's on New Year's Day, 7:30 at night.